Hey guys and welcome back. As a Korean guy who's lived overseas for over a decade, I've seen myself with a fair share of racism and stereotypes that people have put on me, and I want to tell you guys some of them. Most of these you guys have probably heard about it from somewhere else or probably seen it in another YouTube video, but I'm going to tell you guys anyway. First is that Asian parents are strict, and to be honest this is kinda true, because Asian parents aren't willing to waste their money on a kid who's gonna waste their life. This is also why Asian kids are so smart. It's not because we are born with it, it's more because that we are afraid of wasting our parents' money. Have you guys seen the Korean education system? It is so harsh on these kids that it basically forces them to work harder and stay up nights studying, even when they're really young. And oftentimes these kids, when they fall behind in class, they feel as if the only way that they can deal with this is by suicide. This is also why Korea has a higher suicide rate among teens. But the interesting thing is, oftentimes Asian people are called stupid when they go overseas because we can't speak English as well as the natives here. Isn't it obvious that we can't speak English? This is our second language. Even when I went to New Zealand on my first year of being in New Zealand, I got called stupid by a lot of kids, and I don't understand. I was only 7-year-old and it was my second language, and it's only been like the first few months of being there. Like, what do you want from me? I don't see you white people going to an Asian country and being able to speak their language fluently in the first year of being there. I don't see you guys going to Korea, for example, and being like, 네, 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 존이고요. 네, 저는 뉴질랜드에서 온 학생입니다. I don't see you guys doing that overseas. So why do you guys criticize Asians when they can't speak English as well as you guys in their first few years of being overseas? Another stereotype that Asians get called often is that we Asians look alike. And to be honest, I just want to say thanks, because I would love to look like V from BTS or even GD from Big Bang, because they are really good looking people and I am not that good looking. But if we be real here, I think most people who are from the same race kinda look in a way similar to each other. I've often seen my white friends who kinda look similar, and I've often seen my, other racial friends look the same as well, or very similar. On a YouTube video I saw a long time ago, basically did a quiz on a group of Korean people on white celebrities who kinda looked like each other, and the interesting thing was oftentimes Korean students, they couldn't tell the difference as well, which basically means you white people, some of you guys look very similar to each other, and it's not just Asians that look similar to each other as well. Yes, I understand that oftentimes Asian stereotype is that we all have small eyes, and that is also why we kinda look like each other, but to be honest, in these days it is not the case. Have you guys seen these K-pop idols? Their eyes are so big, it is kinda scary to see. Some of these K-pop girls be looking like Bugsy from the movie Bedtime Stories. And yes, I know a lot of you guys are probably in the comments like, most of them probably do plastic surgery, but to be honest, some of them do plastic surgery, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of them are very natural. Okay, not a lot of them, but some of them are very natural. Okay, and as a Korean guy who does have small eyes, I would like to point out the fact that if all Asians have small eyes, having big white eyes is probably the more weird thing, because, well, Asians are the majority on this earth. Yes, I understand that if you live in other countries, that Asians probably are the minority in your country, but on Earth, we are the majority, so basically having small eyes is the norm compared to, having big eyes. And this is if all Asians have small eyes as well. And to be honest, if I had to name at least one, I would say that there is only one bad thing about having small eyes. No, it's not the fact that we can't see very well because we have small eyes, because you actually see from your purple of your eyes, not your whole eye, so that actually doesn't matter. I would have to say that one bad thing about having small eyes is that I can't wink attractively. Okay, this is probably not a big important thing for most of us, but a long time ago I saw a YouTube video where they said one way to get to a girl's heart is by an attractive wink. So I tried it for months and months, but I always like to blame it on my small eyes, but I could never do it. It's weird, I can wink normally, but not attractively. And lastly, if we quickly skim past a few stereotypes that I can think of on the top of my head, I would like to say that oftentimes, yes, Asians are cheap. It is because that we aren't willing to waste a lot of money or spend a lot of money, that we can basically bargain it and make it half price. Yes, I know it takes a bit of time, but to be honest, that time is worth the money we get discounted. And another stereotype that really frustrates me is when white people say that Asians are really loud, and this is obviously true in one way, and it's because when you speak Asian language such as Chinese, Japanese and Korean, the tone of your voice goes a lot higher. For example, when I speak Korean, my tone is really high, but when I speak English, they say that my tone of my voice goes a lot lower. But hold up, that is not the part that actually annoys me. The part that actually annoys me is when white people also say Asians are very loud, but at the same time they're very introverted. And this is obviously true. A lot of Asians that study abroad, a lot of students, we tend to be a lot more quiet and a little bit more on the introverted side because we don't know how to speak the language. We're still adjusting to the culture, which is why when people say Asians are so quiet and they're so introverted and they're so kind, but at the same time that they're so loud, I'm like, come on dude, make up your mind already. Anyways, I can go days and days on this topic, but this is all I can think of at the top of my head. Let me know down below other stereotypes that I forgot, and I know there is one, but I want you guys to talk about it in the comments below and basically say what you guys think about it as well. Anyway, that's the show for this week. Feel free to subscribe if you guys want to, and at the same time give it a like if you guys had a little giggle. Anyways, thank you guys and I'll see you guys next week. Ciao for now.